Howdy folks, and welcome back to Lockdown version 2.0. Great to be back, eh? Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, is that in 4 weeks' time this will all be over again. Maybe not the whole pandemic, but hopefully the fact that we can get the gym opened again, because we can operate in all three tiers has been proven beforehand. So I'm hoping as soon as I go back to the tier system, it'll all go back to normal. But what I thought I'd do in this video was just explain a little bit about how nutritional consultations are going to be working over this next 4 weeks, just to make sure that we can continue on with the great results that you've had and make sure you maintain that momentum that you've fought so hard to build ever since you've come back. Now, the first thing that I want to explain is just because you can't have a nutritional appointment in person doesn't mean that your results stop. And if you're already questioning that you're not going to get results just because you can't get your fat pinched, then it's probably got less to do with the consultation procedure and more to do with where your head's at the minute and the stories that you're telling yourself. Because we have proven in the last lockdown, remember that was 3 or 4 months last time, that we can still get excellent results for people, providing their head's in the right space and providing we've got the right methods in place of tracking nutrition still. So please do not be alarmed that you're suddenly going to stop getting results just because you can't be in person. Now, what I want to actually explain to you, because probably a lot of people don't realise this, is that how I actually conduct a nutritional consultation or a nutritional catch-up, whatever you want to call it, it's actually done in 2 different parts. So the first part of it is actually more about the information gathering process. And I'll normally talk to you a little bit about how things have been going, what's working, what you're struggling with, etc., etc., etc. It's also going to be, the key part of it is having that accountability factor. It's having somebody to answer to, somebody to have an appointment in your diary with where you've got to explain yourself. That's really the key part of why the nutritional consultancy process works in the first place. But also we'll do a bit of questioning on the hormonal side of things. We'll talk a little bit about hunger. We'll talk a little bit about energy, cravings, mood, sleep, etc., etc. The second part of the process is the results gathering part. And the results gathering part is really just about doing the body fat caliper or the ultrasound, depending on what you prefer. And what we basically do from that is we gather some more information, which is all about your body fat levels, the weight that you've gained or lost, and your lean mass levels or your muscle mass levels. I'm going to let you into a little secret. Whenever I make a nutritional adjustment, I actually base it simply really on the start of that process, which is more the questioning side of things rather than the body fat. Now, I know a lot of you guys like having your body fat taken, but the thing that we need to remember with this is that it is simply a tool of measurement. And the way that we actually get nutritional success with people is by having a tool of measurement. It doesn't matter whether it's body fat calipers, it doesn't matter whether it's the ultrasound, it doesn't matter if it's a tape measure. As long as there is some consistent measuring in place, you, my friend, can get all the data you need to continue on with your results. But here's the key difference. You've got to do that bit. Okay, so if you are willing to take the 1 or 2 minutes per week to do this, you can continue getting results. No doubt about it whatsoever. Okay, now how we did nutrition last time in the last lockdown, which worked extremely well and people continue to get great results. Just asked one of our clients who's almost 9 stone down, I think she is now. She started during the lockdown period as well. So we know it definitely works. What we basically have is we have a document in place that you can fill in on a weekly basis, which contains your weight and a variety of different measurements as well. Okay, all you'd basically do on a weekly basis, we used to say in the last lockdown, every Friday, submit your results. You take a weight. If your scale at home will do body fat, take your body fat and put that in the form as well. And then you take a variety of circumference measurements. We've found that basically circumference measurements have the greatest, what's the word? I've lost the word for a second. The greatest reality, is that the right thing? Greatest reality to body fat. So a lot of our clients who were coming down in their measurements during the lockdown period, when they came back and got back on the calipers, they'd equally lost body fat as well. So we know that it definitely works in that sense. Now, on a Friday, when you submit it, I'll give a little reminder out to those people that want to actually submit their results, and I'll always give a little bit of feedback. So you're going to get a bit of extra support during the lockdown as well. But then, of course, we just have our normal meetings, which will last about 15 to 20 minutes, where we'll catch up and make our adjustments as required. So do not panic about nutritional consultations not taking place. As long as you are willing to do your measurements, which in all fairness, if you're a part of this process anyway, this transformation process where you want to better yourself, you're going to be willing to do that anyway. Take your measurements, get your feedback, and we'll make your adjustments just as normal. But there is absolutely no reason why your results should stop. There's no reason why you're going to get any different information in terms of what's happening, and there's no reason why you're going to get any different information when it actually comes to what you need to do next to keep your plan working for you. Okay?